Welcome back to beautiful Grand Center, St. Louis, Missouri. Tommy Mosslander is the intern, brought to you by Quick Trip. My name is Chris Denman. It's We Are Live. We have Travis Terrell joining us live from Brooklyn, New York, Hipsterville, USA, as it's known. Oh, what? Hello. You look upset.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, no audio. I kind of like it better like that. That was really nice.
There we go.
What were you saying, Trav?
Oh, I was saying good morning, everyone.
Oh, hello.
Good morning.
I will say big thanks to Tech Electronics. They help us put the studio together. Great company from right here in St. Louis. Help out your business or individual needs. Tech Electronics, everybody. Travis, we love getting into the sentence of the week. It's a big part of my life. I love kind of going over the things that drag you down here and there, and then you do a great job of performing when it's time. Do you want to check this out? Are you ready for this?
Yeah, let's do sentence of the week.
I didn't like your attitude.
There's
there.
still no open for that? There's no open for that thing?
No,
Okay.
we don't have the production value there.
Yeah. You want to work on that, maybe? You normally do your own opens, so I thought you would handle that, actually.
Well, that's rude.
Yeah, of you.
I'm a New Yorker now. I don't do my own work.
Yeah, you kind of become a jerk.
You want me to make the open?
Ryan from The Office, that's who you are. You're tweeting about it
That's
last
what
night.
Gardner keeps calling me Ryan from The Office, and he may be right.
That did not end well, buddy. That did not end well. You're going to be taking Tommy's job at that rate, right? That's what happened with Ryan.
I don't like that
He
at
came
all.
back.
I'll be taking his job, right?
That's how it works.
Huh?
Yeah, you move your way up. Travis has a little trouble with words and the like. We combine those and make a big sentence at the end of the week.
Yeah, and once again, I gave Tommy the words, the list of words, and Tommy put together the sentence for this week.
You're in for a doozy, buddy.
And
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Did Tommy help on this?
Tommy,
I wrote it.
Tommy wrote the sentence. I gave him the words. He wrote the sentence.
God.
So,
All
let me,
right. What
trip
did Tommy
you up.
have prepared for us?
there you go.
All right.
Oh, boy. That is a lot. That is a lot.
Okay, give me a second. Let me widen my screen.
Okay. You got a good
All
look
right,
there?
here we go. All right. Here we go. After dressing in a colorful cardigan and black slacks, Michael Rappaport arrived at the cave from the Uber pool vehicle shared with proper people who showed support of him wanting a hand job from the cherubic prodigal son.
I don't like how good that was.
Yeah,
I was
you
really
kind
excited.
of you made your way through
Well,
it.
Cavernous still gets him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it again.
After dressing in a here we go. Sentence of the week. After dressing in a colorful cardigan and black slacks, Michael Rappaport arrived at the cavernous cave from the Uber pool vehicle shared with proper people who showed support of him wanting a wahoo-ha hand job from their cherubic prodigal son.
Oh, not bad.
You feel good about that? You
Wahoo-ha. Wahoo-ha.
It's the flutter. It's the flutter. It's
Detective Pikachu. The caravan of mostly Central American immigrants is now in the Mexican city of Oaxaca.
It's so much better when you think about how many millions of people were tuned in watching that. What the? You have a stroke? Oh my goodness!
Can we get the translator? Can they say that Mexican city's name?
Hold
Yeah,
on
you
here.
could. You could go to Google Translate, and that would pronounce it for you. I think we did it last time, but regardless, he may make his laptop explode. So the blood's on your hands, sir.
I have not. Look. I want to trash Lou Dobbs as much as anyone, but that word, I can absolutely understand why he bailed. What do you do with that word?
Whistler.
What?
Whistler.
Excuse me?
Whistler.
That's the name of the town, Whistler.
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 Mexico.
I disagree.
Whistler.
I don't accept that pronunciation.
Nice try, Tommy.
Well-
Sorry, I can read your stupid sentence.
You know why I thought it was going to get you so bad? Was
Whistler.
because yesterday I read it to Gardner and I couldn't get through it myself. And that's when I was like, this is going to be a hard one. I messed up
That's
on
what she said.
cardigan. I messed up on slacks. I messed up on Wisla.
Well, we kind of overlooked it, but Tommy last hours used the word lasterday.
He
So-
did. He did. Quite disappointing.
Which technically, he's technically right.
Don't use that logic with him, man.
Oh,
Come on.
lasterday.
Uh-huh. I'm right, everybody. I'm always
What'd you do
right.
last today? That works.
I performed at Helium Comedy Club with Ron Finger.
You did? You performed last night. How'd it go?
It went okay because, I mean, it went well. I was kind of thinking about getting you that HBO Go password the whole time, but other than that, it
I'm
was good.
sorry. I didn't mean to distract you. And how was I supposed to know you were doing stand-up when you said you just found out you were going to be on someone's show? So how was I supposed to know?
That's fair. I was hoping I thought we had a connection and that you just know.
We don't.
Oh, all right.
It's kind of a,
Sorry.
See if I defend you later.
this is a rough one. We have an accusation in the comments from a local comedian, Ron Finger, saying Tommy's wearing the same clothes he wore last night.
Now,
So I needed to bring that to attention
here's
of
the
everybody.
deal.
That
Travis,
could-
Travis is a pro at this.
Yeah, that's a trend on this
yeah,
show.
Travis is like, me too.
Let's talk about this. I had on yesterday a long sleeve black shirt, had buttons down here.
This is the second time Billy Fat Pants in the comments was asking why you weren't wearing your Scarlet H today.
I spilled soy sauce on it.
What are we gonna do, Trav? What are we gonna do?
Now I don't have any photographic evidence that I was in a different. Well, actually, I might. I have photographic evidence that I was in a different shirt last night. So let me go to my mommy's Instagram.
Oh no.
Your what?
Oh, Jesus.
My
Oh,
mother's
God.
Instagram.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh, no. He
Tommy.
didn't say mother. He did not say mother. He said mommy. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
What's wrong with saying mommy?
There's a
Oh,
lot.
Jesus.
There's a
Because
lot.
you're a grown-ass man that pay taxes, and you should really not say
I've
that out
never
loud.
paid taxes.
Do you have a problem with the
Oh,
word
God.
pappy?
Don't say that out loud either.
Pappy, Travis? Do you
Oh,
not like
God.
pappy either?
You say pappy? You address any of your family members as pappy?
No.
I call my
That's what I thought.
grandpappy. Is that weird?
No, you don't. Is your grandpappy a old black man that owns a Cadillac?
I mean, he used to. Now it's mine.
Oh no. I don't like where this is headed. So you have.
Who is Arthur Fonzarelli?
Oh.
That's the best. That's the funniest thing
That's from Ron Finger.
that's
He
ever
called
been
out
said
Tommy.
on.
Yeah.
That's the funniest thing ever on
Tommy,
the show.
put your thumbs up. There you go.
No, you point. Right?
Oh, it's Henry Winkle. It's the
Yes,
Fonz.
yes, yes.
That's that was my brother's
Jesus.
nickname in high school.
He just put two and two together. Oh,
Oh,
God.
no. The acting coach from Barry?
Exactly.
Oh, what a
The
horrible
principal
millennial.
from Scream?
My
Iconic
brother's
role.
my brother's nickname all through high school and still today is the Fonz.
No, it's not.
Yes, it really is.
It's never
Because
happened.
his last name was Fonseca, so they started calling him the Fonz.
Do we need to go
That's a
into lineage?
lie.
Half brother.
Okay. All right.
It's 100% true. It's even his Instagram handle. He is so much
What school
better
did he
looking
go
than
to?
me,
What
it's
school
crazy.
did he go to?
Granite City High School.
Explains
Oh,
a
that
lot.
explains it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
there it
explains
is.
a lot. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Don't even need to say anything after that.
We have actor Ryan Drummond stopping by. Travis, he's voiced Sonic the Hedgehog in the past. Do you have any?
Is he going to be a part of the movie?
I don't believe so. He's got a one-man show at Westport Plaza. I don't think so. We can talk about it. But did you have anything? Do you have any talking points you'd like me to drive home in regards to said upcoming movie?
At the end of the day, after they stopped filming, did he take any Sonic rings home?
Oh, great question. That's fair. I like that.
Also, Dr. Robotnik, was he ever on drugs?
Mm.
And is he a real doctor? And if so, what institution did he get his degree
Right.
from?
Is it honorary? Did he earn it? Like, is he a chiropractor? Is that what's happening here? That could be it.
I'm gonna be honest. I can't hear Sonic's voice in my head for some reason. It's been so long since I've watched this show.
Yeah, I believe there's a cartoon, right?
Yeah. It's been so long since I've watched. I forgot what his voice sounds like. So make sure you guys record that. You guys should probably film it.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Will you stay? Since you're not going to be part of the interview, are you going to stay logged in and enjoy the program?
If my internet works, yeah.
Oh, is there a surge, like one of those crazy surges? Did the Green Goblin knock out a transformer on your block?
Man, you just never know, man. You got Stark Tower, you got the Fantastic Four, Spider-Man be rolling around Brooklyn. I don't know how this works. I'm new here.
Travis, I got this for you. He's got to work on some stuff for his fellowship, and he might not be able to listen today.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately.
Thank you. The voice.
Thanks,
Travis
Tommy.
Thoreau.
You're welcome.
Travis, before we let you fade out, our guest is here, so we'll get him in just a moment. Any more tips or things you're looking forward to in New York for the weekend as it gets warmer? It's really hot here now. I think it's going to be smelling like cooked trash in New York soon.
I think a lot of people already know this. Tommy, you're probably very well aware of this, but I highly recommend for all of you who are out there writing, and either it's for your stand-up or for a novel or for a screenplay, get into writing groups. I know it's very easy to be an introvert when you're a writer, but it is really good to be around other writers, other creatives when you're trying to work on a project, because saying it out loud in front of a group of people can really go a long way and save you a lot of stress in the long run. So my tip from what I've learned so far here with the fellowship with Sesame Street is to find a group of people that you can trust, of course, and people that you feel comfortable around. And once you do, it's okay to share where you're stuck and some ideas that you want to put into a particular project, because it truly does go a long way. I understand when we had Tone Bell and Rojo Perez in, I understood why it's important to have collaborators. So best of luck to everyone out there working on projects this weekend.
All right, keep up the Sesame Street heat in New York. Travis, we'll bring you back for Fair Foul at the end of the show. Sound good?
All right, peace. I'll talk to you guys in a sec.
All right, don't drink too much morning wine, my friend. That was Travis Farrell live in Brooklyn, New York. He'll be back right now, joining in studio. You see him on camera. Ryan Drummond. Hey. He's at the Westport Playhouse all weekend long. He's got a one-man show, Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. How are you, Ryan? Good to see you in St. Louis, man.
Yeah, great to be here.
Yeah, what's the word? How have we been doing with this? I assume you've been touring with the show?
I have 2.5 years now.
2.5 years, man. That's pretty wild. I saw obviously some of your background in acting, voiceover. Sonic's a big part of your life. In regards to this show, how you're concepting it, I know people can get tickets online. I highly recommend you guys go out and see it. Our friend Julie brought you in. She always brings people from very, very talented backgrounds, so we're very excited about that. Oh, Tommy. There you go. Look at this. This is water.
Tommy,
what a great intern.
Is this the vodka like I asked?
Yes, thank you.
Fantastic.
He's a creative. He's got to get into it. So off-Broadway hit, comedy, comedic show. What I guess drove you to put it together in the first place? And that, because I mean you have traditional. I mean, not this isn't traditional, but it's a big undertaking.
Yeah, it totally is. And luckily a lot of the work was done for me. The show actually had been touring for about 5 years when I got a call from the director, Mindy Cooper, and she said, you know what, it's a special show that kind of needs certain talents, and I feel like this is right up your alley. And I had kids then. I still do.
Good for you.
But but she was like,
you don't usually opt out of that.
Right, exactly.
Usually.
And she was like, are your kids old enough where you might be able to tour a little bit? And I was like, yeah, they're 6 and 8 or whatever they were. And so I started rehearsing a large script that's just me.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
2-hour monologue, no big deal.
Yeah, that's no worries at all. What's I guess with your background and then actually putting this out there to audiences throughout the country, what's the most difficult part? I mean, it's a canned question, but difficult part of being up there for 2 hours. I mean, is it just the vulnerability? I mean, the writing. What's the most difficult part of the actual performance itself?
Luckily, I think like the pros of it and the cons of it are a nice seesaw, and they balance out real well. Because it's like when you don't have to, it's just you. So you don't have anybody to rely on, which can be a really good thing and a really terrible and terrifying thing.
Is it more mechanical? Is in like you hit your spots and you know where it's coming and you know what emotion to deliver? that it just seems like a lot.
It is certainly a lot. And I had never done a full-length one-man show in my life before, and I've been acting since I was, for 40 years. And so I was like, how different can it be? Well, it turns out very different. But what's funny? I was and I don't know if this is just my mind, but it's very linear in my head. So if you ask me to do something from the middle of the show, can't.
Right.
But if I start at the beginning, I say the first line, and then the second line follows the first line, and the third line follows the second line, and I can just kind of go through the show. And by now, 2.5 years later, I've done it enough where if I decide to take a tangent or if something happens in the audience, I can talk about that, or we can kind of go wherever we need to go. And my mind will always stay on the highway.
I'm picturing a creative maze that the wall follows you as you move forward, and there's no going back.
That's
right?
exactly
That's
right.
exactly
That's exactly
what you're doing
That's
in the
terrifying.
process.
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
great.
Absolutely, it is. Have there been you mentioned audience interactions? We do a ton of stuff with comedians, other performers. Some people can run with it. Some people it makes the show better. In such a creative undertaking like this that is so regimented. Anything throw you off that an audience member's done so far? I mean, is it the classic bachelorette party decided to have a night out for Men Are From Mars, Women From Venus? I mean, what can throw you off? What has thrown you off?
Oh, you know what? I'm proud to say not too much has thrown me off.
Well, welcome to St. Louis. We could test you this weekend.
So
Who knows?
that is not a
challenge issued.
Yeah.
Right.
But I had a couple rowdy crowds here and there. That, people drink and they come to the show, but you just go with it. It makes it more fun.
You got to roll with it.
Yeah,
that makes
absolutely.
sense. Again, we've got Ryan Drummond. If you guys are tuned in on the live stream, you can get tickets for the Playhouse at Westport Plaza online, easy to find. Visit the event website. You can get tickets through MetroTix, and a great time. $60 online. Again, MetroTix.com, and it's Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus. Other projects you've worked on. Is it strange? You've voiced Sonic the Hedgehog, correct?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Is it strange with this movie, the whole crazy? The internet is just undefeated with just freaking out about insane things. So if you guys aren't aware, Ben Schwartz, he was in Parks and Recreation, was voicing Sonic the Hedgehog in this big, I guess, undertaking of a movie. People didn't care for the teeth in the animation of the Sonic the Hedgehog, the video game character.
Oh, it's a big deal.
Is that strange for you? A, are you excited to see, I guess, that expand without you? That could be kind of weird. Or you would think, hey, I did a pretty good job for a voice.
No, you know
that could
what?
be interesting.
Yeah, no, it's very interesting just because I'm still so entrenched in the Sonic community.
Yeah.
And for a lot of people, that my voice is the one they grew up on.
Right.
I did like 8 games, lots of talking products, lots of commercials, and this is from '98 to about 2004 or so. Wow. And so I can always claim I was the original video game voice of the character.
Yeah.
And that's something I'll always have.
In regards to entertainment work, is that icing? Or is that about as good as it gets for like side gig? I shouldn't say side gig.
Right.
I don't mean financially, but
Right.
it seems like you're not going to have to spend near as much. You just go into a sound booth and get after it, right?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the best job ever.
Yeah.
And it still continues to be. I mean, I'm doing like a Sonic the Hedgehog convention in LA like next month.
How many people will be at that?
Oh, this is Sonic Revolution. Hit them up. It's in LA, June 8th, 9th, something
Really?
like that.
It'll be like a huge theater.
I think it's like 500 people come
That's
to this
great.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
No, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Any crossover? Anybody that knows that about you that comes out to see the Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus one-man show?
That
maybe
does
they
happen.
bust out like under the overcoat, like, hey, Sonic T-shirt.
Right, exactly. I do put it out on Twitter's kind of my avenue for Sonic stuff.
Yeah.
Sonic stuff kind of stays away from email and Facebook and all that, but Twitter is kind of my Sonic pipeline to the world.
Right.
And I'll put it out on Twitter, like here's where I am doing my show, and I have people show up like semi-often.
That's fun.
Yeah, it is.
That's kind of some nice, just nice to know that you have that support, I guess, wherever you're headed.
And Sonic is so universal that, like, if I was ever, like, say, stuck in the middle of Texas, I could just put on Twitter, I'm stuck here. Whose house can I stay at?
Why is it gotta be Texas? That's a big state,
Hey,
man.
I'm just saying.
I'm worried.
Because I've been stuck in Texas before, so
That's
that
happened,
came
huh?
to mind, yes.
Oh man, where did you grow up?
I grew up actually. I was born in Ohio, but I was raised right outside of Detroit, Michigan. So,
Oh wow, yeah.
So I'm a Midwest guy.
Yeah, that there's a calming presence about you, right? Not
Very
coming in
much
with
so.
some elitist. My co-host is in New York working on a. You saw him on the live stream just a
Yes.
second ago. In about 2 weeks, he's picked up a New York attitude. He's forgot about the little people in the Midwest, man. So it's been tough to deal with. I'm sure you've dealt with that in New York.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
As soon as I got back here, I was just like, my shoulders lowered, and I was just like, great to be back in the Midwest.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, wait, somebody's opened a door for me. What's
Yeah.
happening here?
There's a billboard that I came in. It said "please" and "thank you" on it. I was like,
It
just-
literally did.
Just remember.
Yeah, I know that billboard you're
I've
talking
been
about.
saying it constantly the last day.
Yeah, that's a requirement here in St. Louis. In regards to your career, how long are you in New York currently? When did you go to New York, L.A.? What's the story?
No, I actually went from after I graduated from Eastern Michigan University back in the mid '90s. I went to California. And I've been-
Chippewas? What's Eastern Michigan there? Is
The
that Central
Eagles
Michigan?
now.
Eagles,
Yeah,
dang it. Okay.
it used to be a Native American thing, and then they changed it to the Eagles.
Good
of
for
course,
them.
While I was there.
Yep.
But I graduated in '95, and then headed out to Southern California, and was there for about 12 years. And I've been last 10 years or so. I've been in San Francisco.
Wow. What's the San Francisco entertainment scene like right now?
It's fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's-
Lots there.
There's just so much going on.
So much going on. And it's great for actors because it's like, it's not LA, so you don't have to deal with those kinds of numbers.
Typhus.
But yeah, and all the syphilis and
Yeah,
everything.
everything in the
but
city.
But everyone's got like every ad agency has a San Francisco office. Of course,
Yes.
Silicon Valley's there, so there's
Sure.
lots of like industrial work to be done and training films and this, that, and the other.
That's amazing. Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of work that you can get into, and it's not necessarily adding on the Hollywood annoyances.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And lots of video game companies have offices there too, and Pixar, and you name it.
Do you walk in and you just they're just like, hey, Sonic's here, like for a video game?
do.
I wonder if there's crossover with that. I wonder if there would be like people like, he used it for Sonic. We better not use you for Gangster Number 3
Right.
in this violent game.
Right.
Is there quite a bit of crossover because they trust you?
There is, and what's funny about going back with Sonic so far is that when I started the voice in '98, now these kids who were like say 10 in 1999 are now 30.
Yeah.
And so it's like they started off by playing the games, and now they're working at the companies, and
That's
they're
wild.
they're video game developers and they're designers, and they run stuff. And so it's very common for me to walk into an audition for something, and then like I was just happened a couple months ago. I was in the booth auditioning for a Petco radio ad.
Yeah.
And I was saying Petco, where the pets go or whatever. Can I say that? Yeah.
Please.
And,
yeah.
and, it's like
I need
profanity
any
to use
background.
another. Yeah.
There we go.
Thanks. And
Well,
I was- hey, somebody cut that together. That
yeah,
was
let's
great.
do that. I think we can make
One
this happen.
take, baby.
All right.
But so I was in there and I did the thing, and the studio engineer was just like, "Great, can you do it again with this angle?" And I did, and then he was like, "Great, that's all I need. But before you go, can you do my voiceover greeting as Sonic?" So that happens quite a bit, where it's like now it's like I'm dealing with these adults day to day that grew up playing the games.
Endearing or annoying?
Oh, totally endearing.
Great.
Totally.
We've got 30 pages of dialogue I need read in Sonic's voice.
You got
If you
it.
could,
You
I
got
mean,
it.
we've got a little bit of time. Do you think you can knock that out?
Sure, I leave on
Okay.
Tuesday. I'll see you on Wednesday.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great time. As far as, I guess, I'm trying to think, little name drop here. Are you familiar with a guy named Earl Skakel? He's a comic in Los Angeles. He voices stuff on Cartoon Network.
Okay.
Long story short, he is a comic. He does all kinds of different stuff. That guy said he's just like voiceover, voiceover, voiceover. He'll take that over a stand-up tour,
Right.
anything else in regards to you, live performances, voiceover, acting, whatever gigs that you can grab. Give me the top 3 that you would prefer.
That I prefer.
Prefer.
Just personally, creatively.
Yes.
Oh, definitely live theater.
Live theater.
I grew up doing that since I was 5 years old.
Live theater over TV.
Oh, definitely. Now, live TV, of course, you make 10 times the money.
Sure, money,
But,
yeah.
So we're not talking money here. If we're just talking about, creative preferences, definitely live theater.
Live theater. Do you like feeding off the audience just right there in the
Absolutely.
moment? Yeah.
I mean, theater is it's storytelling, And so it's like I just love being in a room and we're storytelling.
Right. And you're not going to, if you do TV or movie, you're not going to get feedback for 6 months,
Oh
a
my
year,
gosh,
2
yeah.
years.
And it's
You
just
did
such
it.
a sterile. I mean, it's glamorous, yeah, okay, but
Right.
it's just such a sterile situation where it's like I remember doing a TV show like some years ago, and they kept telling me, they were just like, "Oh, we're going to shoot you right before lunch," and I was like, "Great." So I'm in my trailer, which is a closet, and it didn't happen. He was like, okay, go to lunch. We're going to shoot you right after lunch. So anyway, he ended up saying that for 3 days. Like kept saying, we're going to get you right before lunch.
And you can't really throw a fit,
You
can you?
can't
Because
do
you're happy
anything.
for the work.
Yeah, you can't do anything. So I sat in a closet for 3 days just waiting for my moment to come. You know, it was just...
Did it eventually come?
It did.
Okay.
But by the end, I was so stir crazy from being on set for so long, and I had met all the people, and I'd ate all the craft services, and I'm just like, I will give you the entire paycheck back if I can just go home right now.
Time is
Yeah.
so important in this
So
situation. Quick announcement. This is Ryan Drummond. He's got Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus live. It's the off-Broadway hit comedy based on the best-selling book by John Gray. Just got a discount code for you guys.
Hey.
If you go to MetroTix, you can get half off tickets.
Oh, what?
Type in all caps Plaza. That's right, Plaza. We'll hook you up with half off. Again, go through MetroTix, metrotix.com, and just search out the events page. That's actually super interesting in regards to being on set. People maybe not think about that. Whole lot of sitting around, maybe a whole lot of opportunity to get into. I could see if people had vices or issues, like it's a good time to run wild.
Sure is.
That could happen.
It sure is.
On set, do you just kind of? Is it a whole lot of waiting for you? Do you? I mean, do you
Always.
have a process that you can kind of navigate some of the stuff that maybe when you were more green on set that you would have wasted your time on, or is it just you're at their mercy?
Well, you know, I'm at a different place in my life now because I've been lucky enough to been doing this game for so long that, like, when I started doing television and movies and so forth, it was before smartphones and technology.
Very
so
nice.
it's like you bring a book,
Yep.
you know, you bring a magazine, and when you're done with that, then you start lighting fires or whatever.
Yes.
Not really.
Well,
But anyway,
I mean, there was that time.
you
We
know,
won't bring it up.
We don't talk about these things.
Yeah.
But now it's like you can get a lot of work done when
Yeah.
you're not, when you're just waiting. But back then it was pretty much just like you know, whittle a stick into an old sea captain, and you know.
You gonna finish that, people?
Yeah, exactly.
So, in regards to obviously, this has to be incredibly exciting that you get to tour with this. In regards to next projects, where you kind of see yourself. I mean, there's so many streaming outlets, so many different potential projects for theater. What do you want to do in the next, I guess, few years? Keep this going? Do you want to pursue 80 other things? What's going on?
Well, I've been kind of lucky enough and cursed enough, I suppose, to kind of Frankenstein a living from doing this stuff for decades now. So I haven't had, like, a day job, as it were.
That's nice.
Since
Just be a nomad.
early 90s. I mean, it's been a
Wow.
long time. So I've been lucky enough to do, so I'm, like, open to anything.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I really like kind of dipping my feet in all kinds of pools.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose the dream would be being a voiceover guy. I would love to be on, like, I mean, I'm going to say The Simpsons, but not literally
Sure.
per se. But you know, those people on The Simpsons. I was just watching. Harry Shearer was being interviewed because it's like the 100th anniversary of Spinal Tap or whatever it is this year, and and they're all really old now. It's fantastic to
They
watch.
are.
But I was just thinking, man, he's been. Shearer's been on The Simpsons now for, what is it, 23, 24 years? I mean, it's
Forever,
ridiculous. And he probably goes in on a Monday, maybe once every other week, records, gets $1 million per episode, and then he's free to do other things. I'm like, man, that's the dream. That's the dream. To
Great
just
point.
Be like Vanna White. You come in on a Monday, you knock out 5 Wheel of Fortunes, and then you're free the rest of the week
Right.
to do other things. So
Anything you don't want to be voiceover on? That's kind of a weird question. I'm trying to think.
politics aside, there are some politicians I wouldn't want to work for.
Okay,
I could,
there you go.
You know, go that. Other than that, no, I'm a total whore that way. I will
That
do.
makes sense.
You know, I'll put my voice to anything.
Most talented voice actor you've ever come across, or that you admire or aspire to kind of go after? You may have already said.
Phil Lamar.
Okay.
I did a Star Wars video game that he was on, and I just kind of got to watch him work for a little bit at the Lucasfilm or whatever it was, and which was exciting as it was. I remember I walked in there, and they're like, the guard was just like, "Yeah, you're going to be in this building over here. Go to the Yoda fountain and turn right." And I was like, "Damn right I will."
We are here. Yes.
And then apparently, like on the hour, every hour, the Yoda like rises up and water shoots out of his ears. It's fantastic. But yeah, I'm doing. Sonic kind of had a revival some years ago when I walked into, it was kind of a weird story. I don't know if we have time to get into it, but I had to re-audition for my part. And
Oh,
it was just one
really?
of those things. It happens from time to time. But the best part was I walked into that studio, and the studio engineer, who did not know who I was reading the instructions, and he was just like, okay, we're going to start from line 1, we're going to go to line 13, and it says here on my notes, try to sound as much as you can like Ryan Drummond. Do you know who that is? Can you do that? And I'm like, yeah, I got it. So I went through the whole audition, and I was doing the voice, and he clicked in. He was like, damn, you sound just like him.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
It's like, really?
Yeah.
I've had some practice.
There's no call sheet or anything. Yeah, he's just gonna.
But when they called in, they had called in every heavy hitter. Tara Strong was there. Tom Kenny was there. It was like all these LA voiceover peoples. Willie Weingart was there. It was just like everybody was trying out to be Sonic, and they all had to sound like Ryan Drummond. So that's
Well, congrats that you actually got passed on your own gig.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a buddy who's done. He's gotten to do a few voices on Family Guy, and he had a network TV show and everything too. And again, just to bring it back to the voiceover stuff, still he's like, it's the best.
Oh,
just
it's
getting to
absolutely
go
the
in and
best.
work on that.
Yeah.
What was your first ever entertainment job? You mentioned a few times when you started.
Oh, I started doing children's theater because my dad was actually a director for children's theater.
Oh, wow.
And this is right outside of Dayton, Ohio. This is Kettering, Ohio's children's theater. My brother had done it the year before I was eligible. I think he had to be in 3rd grade, and so I was in 2nd grade. And my brother had done a show with this, I guess it was through the Parks and Rec department or something. And my dad was just like, oh, no, these people are horrible. I got to take over this thing.
He's a pro, right, yeah.
So my dad was an awesome director, so he took over the children's theater, and we did that. My first 7 or 8 shows, I was directed by my father. So it's like a family business.
And that worked out. There wasn't the
totally worked
Dad
out.
was a little too hard on you or anything.
Oh, no, it was
Obviously
great.
it worked out.
Yeah.
Like, man, what
If
a
anything, I was his best student, so I already knew all the terms going in. So,
that's perfect then.
yeah. So I just kind of started doing that, and then when I got to, you start doing maybe a little training film or something when you're in high school and college, trying out for some commercials and just whatever's there. And then when I moved to California, like the market got so much bigger.
It was a big move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First voiceover I did was actually for a raccoon that solved math problems.
Oh, I was going to ask about that.
Yeah. So it was a company called Lightspan Partnership in San Diego, and they do educational software. Not sure if they're still there. But,
I sure hope they are.
My agent called me and was just like, do you want to go in for this voiceover thing? And I had never really done any, professionally.
Right.
And I was like, sure, I can go in for that. And it was for a raccoon that solved math problems. And so then actually it tied in later because that guy named Rick Bowman, who was the sound engineer there, he actually knew somebody at Sega. And so when they came up and they said, Sonic's going to start talking in these video games, this guy at Sega called Rick and was like, do you know anybody? And he was like, I got a dude who does raccoons for me. And
You
I was
were the
like,
raccoon dude
"Yeah."
after
So-
one gig.
So he was like, I bet he could do hedgehogs. That's similar. Like, what is it, a marsupial? I don't know.
I feel like, so again, you guys can get tickets online at MetroTix. If you enter Plaza, that's 50% off. Do you want to read your description as Sonic from Men Are From Mars?
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's, I think we can't not do that right now. If you just want to read your description, again, this is for the show. This is Ryan Drummond, star of a one-man show, as Sonic, telling you about his own show at the Westport Post.
Keep in mind, it's like 7 something because I'm on Pacific time. But
Yep,
we're gonna give this
I
a go.
believe in you.
All right, here we go.
The off-Broadway comedy hit Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus Live is a one-man fusion of theater and stand-up, and it's a lighthearted theatrical comedy based on the New York Times #1 best-selling book of the last decade by John Gray. Yeah! Moving swiftly through a series of vignettes, the show covers everything from dating and marriage to the bedroom. And you know that hedgehogs like the bedroom? Yeah, see you tonight!
That wasn't
Ryan
Indian.
Drummond,
I get that.
everybody. We can't do any better than that. Great work, man. He just jumped. I literally refused to look at you. You were doing such a good job. I just saw Sonic in my head.
That's what I was hoping you'd do.
Wonderful work, man. It was a pleasure to have you in.
Pleasure to be here.
Absolutely. Get to the show this weekend. That's the Westport Playhouse. MetroTix, if you enter code PLAZA, 50% off tickets. Say hey to Ryan. Thank you so much for coming in. We'll take a break and
Appreciate
get you
it.
out of here.
Thank you, brother.
Absolutely. Guys, it's We Are Live. We'll take a quick break. Be back on the other side with Travis in Brooklyn. We'll be right back.
We are live, live, live. We are live, live, live. We are live, live, live. We are live.
Welcome back to We Are Live. Yeah, just a little in the back there. Tommy, if you want to get that part. How's the quaff up front? I get that. Tommy's fixing my hair for me. He's getting his intern on. Yeah, keep working that. Okay. Nope, no spit. Tommy, the intern, fixing my hair, coming back. There was a request from the crowd. Huge thanks to Ryan Drummond. That was so fun. How great was that Sonic the Hedgehog voiceover reading for his show?
Amazing.
That was very good. That was a lot of fun.
Just trying to hold it together.
Yeah.
That was great.
Absolutely. Gardner, you have a special thing you wanted to tell us about before we bring Travis back in?
Yeah. Remember my friend Mike Mullen, who has
texts
been in
me all
with
the
us
time.
before.
Yeah.
Bartender at my local watering hole.
Yes.
Does a lot of philanthropic work in the community. He's
Mm-hmm.
had Mike Mullen Day in the city of St. Louis before. And he has a Mullen Day every year through his Mullen Foundation.
Absolutely.
And it's raising money for charity. And he picks out several charities every year that are not necessarily some of the bigger ones. He tries to find, you might have one or two or something like that, but also ones that might not get enough recognition to try and raise money for them. And so we do an event every year with auctions, with live music, there'll be alcohol. My girlfriend Jess will be bartending for a couple of hours.
Tool playing in the background?
I'm sure she'll request it.
Okay.
But this year's event will be taking place at Alpha Brewery. We've had an event there before. And also Alpha is donating 50% of all alcohol sales that day to the foundation as
My
well.
goodness, that is charitable.
Yes, very much
Just
so.
what-
For an
hit me in the
establishment-
stomach. I was like, oh my gosh,
We
that's
did
fantastic.
a washers tournament. No, actually a bags tournament there last year for the foundation, and then we're taking the whole event there this year. So from noon to 5 this Saturday at Alpha Brewing Company, just off Filer. You can come by. The charities involved: Chad's Coalition for Mental Health, Saving Grace, Little Patriots Embraced a New Dimension Soccer. We'll have all that. We'll have a little buffet too, $10 all you can eat buffet. Some of the places you'll get some food from: Barbecue Saloon,
Hello.
West End Walk, Pickles Deli, Tom's Bar and Grill. These are all Central West
It's a
End.
real deal, man.
Restaurants. So
Yeah.
we'll be there on Saturday if anyone has anything there looking to do. It'll be a good time.
Will you sign autographs?
I don't really like to be out there like that. Okay, fine. I'll sign scooter helmets
What? Oh, okay.
I'll
Or
sign
if
scooter
people are wearing
to promote safety.
if people are wearing carte blanche T-shirts purchased through the
Most
By Jack web
certainly
store,
would do that,
You
yes.
would do that, absolutely.
Yes.
Wow. Well, congrats on Mullen Day, and get out there and support, guys. That sounds like a hell of a time.
Yeah, so just wanted to let people know that. It's that time
Absolutely.
of year again.
Will we be having Mr. Terrell join us?
Oh yeah, why don't we go ahead and do that? Here's the thing: I get to see the preview before he pops on,
Oh,
and
please say he has a shirt off.
no, he's just trying to be creepy.
Yeah, that's what happens. We're giving away a free massage today from Soulshine Barefoot Massage Therapy. Before we do fair or foul, I got to tell you guys just a quick run through. Big thank yous to Tommy Bannister of Circa Properties. Big thank you to Pet Once, St. Louis West, for delivering healthy, delicious pet food to your pets all over the place. Mental Health Matters. You know what that is? That's a podcast from St. Louis Counseling Services. I'm not trying to kill Gardner when he does this, but it is kind of fun if you just throw up the graphics. St. Louis Counseling Services, improving lives since 1955. That's counseling services for businesses, individuals alike. Huge thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors and all the people that show us some love on a daily basis. You guys have been awesome today, and all of our guests. We still have Jordan Rock and Michael DeBay stopping by, so the week's not over yet. Be sure that you get tickets to the Marvelous Mrs. Mia. Just a quick reminder, they may sell out by the end of the weekend. They've already just been on fire after one day of sales. So again, Mia Jackson, she saved Lou Fest. What did you ever do is what I want to know. So lots of cool stuff going on, and the intern has a word.
Travis, did you get kicked in the hallway? Did you get kicked out into the hallway? Because that's what it looks like.
No, I did not get kicked into the hallway.
He's actually on the toilet.
Now those sounds make
You guys-
no sense.
Yeah, you guys kept making fun of my fart, so I figured, well, I might as well just go to the extra mile.
Just kind of get right into it, huh?
Can you show us? Because that camera's
No.
shaking. The camera's
I'm not
shaking like you
potty
have it in your
anymore.
hand,
Love
like
you
you could if
too.
you wanted to.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to know why that thing's shaking. So we'll see what happens. Travis, we do a segment at the end of every show. We award a prize.
Climax?
What? Oh, no. Hey, it's the weekend. What do you want me to do? Huh?
Last week he's passing gas. This week he's
Casual
climaxing.
Friday.
Oh, man. Real quick, I need to report this. JC Sabala, very funny comic here in town, letting us know that that young Tommy keeps trying to actually convince people he looks like Johnny Depp, and it's sad. It's more like it's more like Johnny Derp.
Oh, good one. Look at me from this angle. Look. Here. I'm like a young Johnny Depp in 21 Jumps. Can we get a camera 3?
No.
No,
All right.
thank you.
You're what are you doing?
Damn, Tommy calling for the camera 3.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
Look at
we've
this.
created a monster.
Look at this.
When we
Yeah.
do this, the cameras are set, Tommy.
All right, look at this. Watch. Johnny Depp right there.
Nope.
That was pretty close. It did look Depp-ish.
If I tighten my facial muscles.
I don't know.
Chris looks
Time
like
for-
Johnny Depp when they pull him out of the ocean.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That was good.
Dress like a
What do you-
pirate on Monday.
What do you think? What do you think, Denman?
Absolutely not. Ryan Drummond, who just left here, actor and voice of Sonic. Travis, I don't know if you caught that. He did Sonic's voice. It was pretty awesome. His wife that was just here, their good friend who graduated from Webster, runs, or I think does the puppeteering for Big Bird and Kermit in New York at your studio.
Chris, I don't believe that one bit. Stop
I'm
lying.
not kidding. I was the most earnest thing I've said in 6 years.
I was there when they said it.
Yeah, they were like,
Yeah.
hey, what a coincidence. I was like, that is freaking crazy. What a small world.
Get that picture down. Get it down. They're not credentialed.
You look like Johnny Depp's brother Timmy, who's never seen a boob in his life ever. That's from
Who said that?
That's from Cankles. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard anyone say.
That is the funniest thing Cankles has ever. Congratulations, Cankles.
Oh,
he
my God.
He must not have the kids this weekend. He must be letting it loose.
He looks like Johnny Depp's brother from a PSA about heroin.
Oh.
What does it mean I look like I could actually tear toilet paper when I take my glasses off? I don't get that one.
I don't think, I'm not sure. Let's do some fair or foul.
All right.
Oh, hold on.
Travis's camera's making me almost vomit.
Oh, okay. Here we go,
gonna get
guys.
vertigo.
Let me dig deep for this little silly ass podcast. It's now time for the people's fair or foul.
I'm not playing it unless you actually give it some fucking effort.
Yeah, you gotta show it some love.
It's now time for fair or foul.
There it was.
And
That's
this
the
is a
energy we
defining
need.
moment. Change has come to America.
People often ask me, what's fair or foul? Is it a segment? Is it a movement? Is it hope? I can't say for certain. Time will be a true test of its power. But I can say, fair or foul is now and forever for the people. Gather around the radio with your loved ones and hold on to your butts. It's now time for fair
We give it back to you, the people.
or foul.
Whew. As Cookie Monster would say, we gonna fair or foul.
Sounded Cajun.
Yeah.
Kind of Louisiana Cookie Monster.
Yeah, you sounded like a jockey.
Yeah.
Like one of the Louisiana jockeys.
That's
Like
strange.
Calvin Burrell.
Were you that actor that's in all those Sandler films?
You're a Farmer Fran.
Strange. We asked you an important question about paying money to meet actor Rob Lowe. Young Tommy heads to Nashville to meet Rob Lowe.
Young Johnny Depp.
Some great submissions, I'm assuming, today. We are giving away Soulshine Barefoot Massage Therapy free massage for the winner. Here we go. Foul! Why pay money to see a pedophile talk for 90 minutes when you can go to Mass and do it for free? From Yale Hollander. Shot from the synagogue. Oh, man. Is Rob Lowe a vampire because his face has not changed since the Brat Pack? Answer the question, Travis.
He's a fine looking white man. I'll tell you that.
That was from Lisa. Foul, but I hear for the ladies, if you buy one adult ticket, a child can join in for free.
Oh, God.
Triangle
Oh,
assassin. Oh,
my God.
Man.
Oh. Son of a.
I worked so hard to get us sponsors. They're all going to go away just one of these times. Fair. Who else has been in Tommy Boy and The West Wing? TT's Pink Eye.
Very true. Very true.
Bo Derek. She played a senator's wife. I've never seen The West Wing. Foul. Tommy looks 16 and is kind of cute.
Yeah.
If he plays his cards right, not only will he not have to pay to meet Rob Lowe, but he could also be in a video with him. Cankles.
I made a mistake.
Yeah. Thanks,
Yeah,
Guard.
yeah, you did.
Hey, I will admit my mistakes,
Mm-hmm.
This is a great one.
and I made a mistake today.
This is one of my favorites.
I'm going to go with Lisa. A woman needs empowered, needs the platform to be empowered, and I would prefer her get the massage prize. Mr. Gardner?
I'll go triangle.
Which one was the one about the child ticket?
Triangle.
Oh, yeah,
assassin.
that's triangle.
That was very funny.
That was real good.
Travsy?
I'm going Lisa.
That's a tie. Tie goes to the woman. Lisa wins!
We woke!
Congratulations, Lisa. You get a free massage from Soul
Triangle,
Shine.
you won in my
Barefoot
heart.
massage. Oh, let's all admit that was one of the best submissions I've ever seen. It was very funny. Big thanks to everybody for tuning in today. Travis, hopefully the New York weekend treats you very well, sir.
I'm done with you folks.
Yep. Thanks for making me motion sick after this. Guys, keep it here. We'll talk to Jordan Rock and Michael DeBay in just a second. See you, Trav.